Assalamualaikum. Hi guys, how are you? Today I'm gonna tell you the story of Kyai Haji Ahmad Dahlan. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Satrio Abdulrizki Nur Fikri, and today I'm gonna tell you the story of Kyai Haji Ahmad Dahlan from now. So, who is Kyai Haji Ahmad Dahlan? Kyai Haji Ahmad Dahlan is the founder of Muhammadiyah, one of the biggest Islamic organization in Indonesia, and thanks to his struggle and service, he is now recognized as one of the Indonesia's national heroes. But do you want to know what he has been through for this? Let's find out and enjoy the story. Born in August 1, 1868, in Yogyakarta, that was still an independent country back then, he is born with his little name as Muhammad Darwis. He's fourth out of total 7 children from Kyai Haji Abu Bakar, a well-known ulama of Grand Mosque of Yogyakarta Sultanate, and Siti Aminah, the daughter of the head of Yogyakarta Sultanate. Since he was a kid, he showed his interest in religion. Years passed, and when he is 15, he went Hajj and lived in Mecca for 5 years to learn Islam. He learned from Sheikh Ahmad Al-Bantani, Sheikh Nanawi Al-Bantani, Sheikh Ahmad Al-Minangkabawi, and Sheikh Nanawi Al-Bantani. When he finally came back in 1888, he later changed his name from Muhammad Darwis into Ahmad Dahlan. He later sees the condition of Indonesian Muslims back then. You see, back then, most people, even Muslims, are still believing in rituals, local customs, traditions, etc. that is not matched with pure Islam teachings. He later sees that he thinks that he needs to change the way people learn about the religion, education, social, and public welfare. He later realized one thing, that Islam needs to be seen and evolving following the technology and modernity that is evolving by time, not by keeping the old and outdated one. And so on, he teach people about Amar Ma'ruf Nahi Munkar, which is telling people to do something good and avoiding the bad one. He also teaching people to reciting Al-Quran, but not only reciting it, he also teach people to understand what does the surah mean and what does the surah tells us about. Like the example Al-Ma'un, the surah tells us to give some of our fortune to poor people and the orphans. It's not also teaching the religion, but also common knowledge. Yeah, you know, like math, geology, science, language, etc. Why? Because in life we need both balance. You see, this is what happens when one of them is not properly balanced. When someone asks you how to fix a leaked pipe, and what you learn is only religion, how you gonna help him? The same goes as the opposite. When someone asks you about your religion, but you're only learning about common knowledge, and so on. That's why we need both balance, so we can complete both of our problems until it's done. But what he had done is also having its own risk. Like, because he's there enough to correct the Qibla of mosque in Yogyakarta that is not directly going to west but 22 degrees to north, he sparked controversies around the ulama of Yogyakarta. His Langgar Kidul is also demolished by citizens that thinks that he's trying not to ruining the local tradition here. But he's not giving up despite more challenge is in front of him. Not only rejection from his people, but also discrimination from Dutch East Indies government that prevents indigenous people to get education, and the most terrifying, the murder, the death threat from him and his wife, from someone who doesn't like him, although at the end, people who sent that death threat turns out that he loved what Ahmad Dahlan tells him about. And in 1909, he later joined Budi Utomo organization to keep his dakwah going on. But then he was forced by his followers to make his own organizations. And here it is. In November 18, 1912, the Muhammadiyah organization was officially born. As well, and following by year, in 1917, Nasyatul Aisyah, an organization, subsidiary organization to developing the woman's life born, as well as 1918, when Jenderal Sudirman, another one of Indonesian heroes, helped the development of Hizbul Wathan, equivalent to school scouting if your school had one. And now Muhammadiyah is the pioneer of modern school nowadays. That is not only teaching religion only or common only, but merged it in one school. So if you go to school now, you're not only getting common religion or common knowledge or religion knowledge only, but you can get them in one school. And now Muhammadiyah is not only Muhammadiyah, it has several subsidiary organizations like Hizbul Wathan, Nasyatul Aisyah for younger women, and Ikatan Pelajar or Mahasiswa Muhammadiyah, which is equivalent to student council in normal schools now. And that's the story. And Ahmad Dahlan was once said, the truth sometimes is not determined on how many people who believe it. And that's the story. I hope you enjoy it. See ya!